America is currently short more than 500,000 licensed plumbers. That shortage is costing the national economy over $38 billion a year. That means the ones who are still working are busier than ever. And they have seen everything. They have been in thousands of American basements, crawl spaces, and utility rooms. They have ripped out what failed and replaced it. They know exactly which products keep failing, and they know exactly which ones never do. Here is the part that should bother you. They have never once installed the failing product in their own home. They know something about what is sold at the big box store that you do not. Today, we show you what that is. 5 products, 5 hidden gaps between what pros trust and what gets sold to you. We start with the one that causes the biggest damage when it fails: your water heater. Number 1. The Bradford White RE250T6 water heater sits at the heart of what plumbers actually buy for themselves. This is not the unit you will find at the big box store. It is built in Michigan by an employee-owned company, and every detail reflects a professional's priorities: longevity and reliability, and real protection against catastrophic failure. The tank is lined with vitraglass, a glass-fused enamel engineered to resist corrosion and mineral scaling for decades. Inside, the hydrojet system keeps sediment from settling, reducing the risk of early leaks and preserving heating efficiency year after year. Instead of the plastic drain valves found in most retail models, Bradford White uses solid brass, eliminating a known failure point that has triggered class action lawsuits and insurance payouts as high as $1,500 per claim. The magnesium anode rod, another detail often skipped in cut-rate heaters, is standard here, extending the tank's service life by sacrificing itself to prevent rust. Warranty coverage is where the gap becomes undeniable. Bradford White offers a 10-year warranty on both tank and parts when installed by a professional, a full 4 years longer than most retail heaters, and a decade of real-world coverage that plumbers trust in their own basements. Tear-down comparisons reveal a tank that is 9 pounds heavier than its competitors, a direct result of thicker steel and more robust internal coatings. That weight difference is the honesty difference. While A.O. Smith and Rheem models might cost a few $100s less up front, their lighter builds and plastic hardware have left customers exposed to early failures, costly leaks, and a flood of BBB complaints. 262 for Rheem over 5 years compared to just 18 for Bradford White. The real test is time. A Philadelphia landlord documented a Bradford White heater lasting 31 years with only a minor thermostat swap, saving thousands in avoided replacements and repairs. This is why plumbers who see the aftermath of every failure quietly standardize on this brand for their own homes. The modest price premium buys peace of mind, backed by a warranty and a service record that few can match. If you subscribe to this channel, you already know we follow the money, because the money always tells the truth. Stay with us, because the faucet story coming up next is the one the industry least wants you to hear. In second place, the story shifts from water heaters to the fixtures everyone touches daily: faucets. For plumbers spending their own money, the real test is as simple as picking up the box. A professional-grade Moen or Delta faucet built for supply houses weighs in at around 4 pounds. The same model, dressed up for the retail aisle with a plastic cartridge and a zinc alloy body, barely tips the scale at 2 pounds. That weight difference is the honesty difference. Brass inside means the faucet will outlast its warranty, and the plumber's patience for callbacks. Delta's Diamond Seal cartridge is rated for 5 million open and closed cycles, a number that dwarfs the 1 million cycle claim seen in big box versions. Moen's Pro cartridge remarkably still fits faucets sold 20 years ago, a backward compatibility that signals consistency, not cost-cutting. The retail models are different: plastic cartridges, downgraded finishes, and warranties that quietly shrink from 10 years to 1 year. The industry's sleight of hand hides in the model number. In a distributor catalog, Delta 1947-02 means a solid brass, pro-grade faucet. The near-identical 1847-92, destined for Home Depot, swaps in plastic trim and a lighter build. One digit swapped, two worlds apart. The forum consensus is blunt. Kohler used to be the standard. Now they are the industry joke. Plastic trims, plastic parts, and major problems. Plumbers now reach for Moen and Delta because they have seen what fails. For homeowners, the 5-second weight test and a quick scan of the model's suffix reveal what the packaging will not. If a fixture feels like a toy, it is priced like one for a reason. The quiet outrage here is not just about materials, but about the engineered gap between what is sold and what is trusted. The question lingers, if even the small fixtures hide two tiers, how deep does the downgrade go in the rest of the bathroom? Third on our list, the Toto Drake V-Series toilet stands as the plumber's answer to the clog call epidemic. In a world where most toilets limp along with a 2-inch flush valve and bargain bin internals, the Drake arms itself with a 3-inch valve and a cyclonic flush that clears the bowl with a single forceful sweep. The MAP testing certificate is the gold standard here, 1,000 grams moved in one flush, a number that budget models can't touch. The Santa Gloss glaze, fired on at the Georgia plant, keeps mineral stains and waste from sticking to the porcelain, slashing the time and effort needed for cleaning. While Glacier Bay and other retail brands rack up 1,500 consumer reviews averaging just 2.5 out of 5 stars. The Drake's forum logs tell a different story. More than 15 years of service with less than a 5% clog rate and almost no reports of seal or valve failures. The cost math is blunt. A Glacier Bay toilet might save a couple $100s up front, but after 3 replacements and a handful of plumber visits, the yearly cost quickly outpaces the one-time investment in a Toto. For plumbers, the choice is not just about performance, it is about avoiding the midnight emergency call and the embarrassment of a failed install in their own home. The question that lingers after the flush is simple. If the fixture is this reliable, what is lurking in the pipework below? The answer, as always, is buried in the details of what professionals trust and what they quietly avoid. Behind the drywall, the real test of a home's resilience comes down to what carries water and what carries waste. Uponor PEX A, cross-linked by the Engel method to over 80%, is engineered to survive freeze-thaw cycles and return to its original shape, locking expansion fittings with a grip tested at over 1,000 pounds, enough to suspend a car. ASTM F1960 data and years of field reports confirm its reliability. The expansion fitting design eliminates the single-point failure risk of push-fit systems. In one Florida case, a shark bite push-fit fitting, sealed by a lone O-ring, failed after 2 years, flooding a kitchen and causing $28,500 in damages. The manufacturer settled, but the loss was permanent. Such failures have pushed professionals back to expansion or copper for hidden lines, wary of the lawsuits and insurance claims that follow a single O-ring leak. Noise is the other hidden threat. Charlotte Pipe's cast iron drains, still made in the United States, are 11 times quieter than foam core PVC, a difference proven in acoustic studies and why luxury builders insist on cast iron for every vertical stack. While recycled PVC is marketed as green, true quiet comes from the mass and silence of cast iron. The lesson is written in the aftermath of the polybutylene disaster, where cheap pipe failures cost insurers nearly $1 billion. The cheapest pipe often becomes the most expensive mistake, and the infrastructure behind the walls decides a home's fate. Number 5. The plumbing supply house is where the entire PRO-grade system comes together, and where the gate stays firmly shut for most homeowners. Ferguson, Hajoka, Wind Supply, these are not just stores, but the front lines of a 2-tiered market. The catalogs list part numbers the public rarely sees, with a single digit at the end, like Delta 1847-02 instead of 1847-92, quietly signaling the difference between a solid brass faucet and a plastic-bodied look-alike. This is the model number trick, and it is how manufacturers split the market without ever changing the packaging. For those who know, it is the key to every upgrade in this documentary. But access comes with rules. Homeowners can walk in and pay retail at these supply houses, but full warranty coverage often requires registration by a licensed pro. Buy a pro-grade water heater or faucet off the gray market, and the warranty may be void, something the Better Business Bureau has logged in dozens of complaints, with customers left holding the bill for repairs. Some supply houses will sell direct, but others demand a contractor's license or proof of trade affiliation. For homeowners determined to buy what plumbers actually trust, 4 steps matter. First, get the exact model number from a trade catalog, not just the retail equivalent. Second, check the suffix. One swapped digit means a completely different product inside the box. Third, ask the supply house about warranty registration and keep every receipt. Fourth, avoid gray market deals that promise a discount but strip away the support that makes pro-grade worth the premium. The supply house is not just a store, it is the last firewall between the engineered failures of the retail aisle and the reliability professionals quietly buy for themselves. Across every product, one pattern stands. When plumbers spend their own money, they quietly reject the retail aisle. The money always tells the truth. Reliability, not branding, drives real decisions. In plumbing, what fails costs you. The industry's 2-tier system is not accidental. It's engineered. Choose like the insiders do.